stage, Ed Surname.
Yeah, I was actually born here. I live just behind the rugby ground, so I know, as do you, that Gloucester is known for two things. Gloucester is known for the work of children's author Beatrix Potter and for the work of serial killer Fred West. As you're about to see tonight, my work is somewhere in between. Now, I've recently split up with my wife, okay, so I've had to move before the rugby ground back in with my parents for a bit, which is really weird. Because I feel like a teenager again, so many awkward moments, you know, like I'm watching a film. You know, when you're watching a film with your parents in the living room and a sex scene comes on, it's really awkward, you don't know whether to leave the room. Do you acknowledge it? It's the last time I'm watching Anal Comes Like 6 with my parents. It really is. I mean, really embarrassing, not even the narrative or character development of volumes 1 to 5. Do you know what I mean? Really awkward. So I've lived with my nan also for some time. Now my nan, she's, what can I say? The last time I lived with her, she was babysitting me when I was 4 years old, right? And she said to me, I remember vividly, Edward, I've got a Disney film for you to watch, Silence of the Lambs. That really does explain a lot of where I've gone wrong in life. But she did give me the single best one-line summary of the society we live in today, because I was on Twitter and I said, oh man, Bobby Davro's trending. And she said, really? Is he dead or a paedophile? Which, that is, you know, I'm not knocking her as a social commentator, that is spot on for the time that we live in. I'm not knocking her social commentary, I'm just saying now, when you're having driving lessons, as she did 10 years ago, and the driving instructor says, drive over the roundabout, don't fucking actually drive over Wall's roundabout, which is what she actually did. So that's not been very good living with her either. So, you know, this is one of the bad parts of splitting up, having to do all of that. The other bad part is I really miss the stuff with my wife. I miss having the philosophical conversations with her. My favourite one, but actually the last philosophical chat I had with her, right? I was saying, look, if it's true that abortion is murder, does that mean that blowjobs are cannibalism? And that masturbation is mass genocide? And she said, look, get off me, I'm not in the mood anymore. I miss we used to go to dates at the Keys. We went to the Italian restaurant there because she really liked the Italian meat there, or Gino as she called him. And all of this has come about. And so now I've had to sort of, in the immediate aftermath of splitting up, I've had to rely on pornography. I don't want to make out like I've had an over-reliance on it too much. Let me just swap my wrist is hurting. And I just think that porn gives like a really unrealistic expectation to our teenage generation. I think porn gives an unrealistic expectation for how quickly a plumber will come to your house when called. And I just really think, like, honestly, like, jokes aside, like, our teenage generation is going to grow up and going to be having sex with their wife, and they're going to be expecting her face to just, like, suddenly turn into a pop-up advert for Groupon or something. Unrealistic expectations, and I would like to be in the room as well when they decided that porn is okay but prostitution isn't. You know, like, oh, don't sleep with someone and pay them. Alright, if you're going to do it, film it and exploit it for worldwide profit. And call it something funny like Homo Alone or Men in Blacks or something like that. So I got fed up with that pretty quickly, so I've been trying to go out on dates and stuff. My friend, he offered me to set me up on a blind date. Now, I've had horror stories from him himself about blind dates. He said he went on one, they didn't click, after only 10 minutes she blew him off. I said, that's pretty good going, isn't it? No, misunderstood. And so I didn't want to do that, and when I was on a date with my wife, I seen a blind date on the next table, and it was so obviously a blind date, it was so awkward it ruined our meal, right? So I wasn't interested, so I didn't want to be set up, I wanted to go out and actually meet people. Now, I get my dating advice from friends, alright? And on Friends, Ross, Chandler and Joey, they would go into a bookshop, and they would go like, you know, oh, this lady's reading the same book as me, I'm going to go up and start a chat, and that's how they get a date on Friends. That's not how it works in Waterstones and Eastgate Street, because I tried it was pathetic, alright? I felt awful. I seen her the next day on the bench outside the bank, and I thought, I've got to go up and make up for yesterday, because I sounded like a right prick. And just as I was going up to her and just about to say hello again, a bird shat on my face. How do you come back from that? This is what I came up with. I said, look, if you play your cards right and come back with me, this is what your face could look like. So, I'm not joking. You know, I'm actually not joking. I don't do jokes. You can ask any reviewer that, they'll tell you. I was just then at the point where I had to phone my friend and say, yes, I will take the blind date. And you know what? We got on pretty good. We went to the Portivo Lounge in the Keys, you know? And we were talking well, but the advice given to me was be yourself. So when she asked me a question, I would answer honestly. Alright? So she said to me, look, my little brother, he goes to church down, he's a sixth former, he's nearly leaving, he's got a reputation of being a right prick. What can he do to be remembered differently? And I said, well, how does he want to be remembered? And she said, well, he wants to be remembered as a bright student with a promising future who was loved by all. So I said, tell him to commit suicide. Get a write-up in the Citizen and everything. That didn't go down well. The other thing was, she was saying about, you know, starvation and world hunger and stuff. She said, how do we stop starving children? You know, they've sent food, they've sent money, they've sent Lenny Henry. I said, well, they should send us a crate of fucking condoms then, shouldn't they? That went down badly too. What else did we talk about? Suicide, starving kids. Yeah, that's it. She was talking to me about having kids too soon, just talking to someone for an hour. So if I put her off with all that, she put me off because she was saying to me, like, oh, would you ever want kids if we were in a relationship? You know, my experience of kids has just been like seeing them in Burger King and that. You know Burger King, the Pure Centre. Burger King, have it your way. Hello, I'll have it extortionately overpriced as fuck, please. And they kindly oblige. I seen a kid in there with his mum, and his mum's just going like, go to the naughty chair. No. Go to the naughty chair. No. Okay. That chair you're on at the moment, that's the naughty chair. Then he started crying. Prick. I'm not interested in stuff like that. So no was my answer, alright? Now, we covered a lot today, haven't we? You know, abortion, suicide, paedophilia, mass murder. And that's just my stand-up. Like, people after the gig and stuff, someone came up to me and said, oh, it's Surname, you're like Marmite, aren't you? And I went, oh, what? Like Marmite, like you either love me or hate me? And they said, no, you look like shit. I'm offended, that's the biggest laugh you could... Yeah, you know, I just thought, you know, I've lived in Gloucester, I normally travel to London to do it, and I'm just round the corner, so I thought, why not? You only live once, don't you? Unless you're Buddhist, you only live once. And so I'd like to thank you for listening to me presenting meticulously rehearsed material as improvised spontaneity. If you haven't enjoyed it, it's alright, because I got a plan B, which is to die young tonight of a cocaine overdose, and then as an artist you'll remember my work as better than it actually was. What I will say, right, is I've dodged being sued long enough, so I'm going to let it out the back. I've filmed my life for about 20 years, so I was able to make a film called Unsolicited Material that I filmed around Gloucester. It is a lawsuit waiting to happen, alright? They're going to ban it from Amazon. You will not believe your fucking eyes. Search for an Unsolicited Material. I've got copies in my bag actually, but it's been filmed around Gloucester and it sort of puts Gloucester on the map, and I suppose my defence would have to be, look, Beatrix Potter, Fred West, this and that part. Alright? Search for Unsolicited Material. Thank you very much. Cheers everybody. Right, if you wonder what a live show looks like a week before it happens, it's this, on my kitchen cupboard. I may as well save time and write an ignorant review with these magnets on my fridge. So unlike travelling 3 hours to London, this stand-up is 2 minutes down the road from where I live. That's the first time ever I'm going to be doing it so local. Hi, my name's Ed Surname, I'm an aspiring comedian and I film my life 24/7 to share if following your dreams is the meaning of life or an unrealistic waste of time.
Comedian Ed Surname videotaped his life for 20 years, leaving behind 10,000 tapes and a real-life sitcom. The street was his stage.
An attempt to blend in the sky dish. Very much.
His family, the cast.
That was just my pajamas.
Dad, Edward, I've got a spider on my arm! Is it on?
Dad, can you do it wearing the boxing gloves for this video?
his failures the punchlines.
I accidentally ordered 5,000 business cards.
But with the camera on 24/7,
Turn that bloody thing off!
it explores the illusion of fame
No expenses have been spared for the poster.
I'm on television tonight.
I'd rather occupied.
You're occupied, okay.
I'm in the newspaper.
Page 11.
Yeah, there.
Sorry, can I interrupt a minute? Because this will be cold because we've got a cold plate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Look, those fish fingers are nice because they're from Marks and Spencer's.
the role of money and happiness,
My bank balance on the day of my TV debut, nil, nothing.
I've got people in normal jobs going, oh, how much do you get per month from your job? Oh, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a creative satisfaction button on this calculator.
I have a paid gig in a week.
£4,000.
I've got shitloads of money now. I'm really pleased to be telling people about it.
and the dilemmas of artistic ambition.
Are you putting your life on hold for my dreams?
I'm nearly bankrupt.
Tina's pregnant!
That's not do you bring Tina?
Apparently not.
My pursuit of show business is at war with my knowledge that it affects my family.
Is it bad, is it?
There's nothing.
A real-life satire on show business.
I premiered my DVD to a crowd. It is a shame they were supermarket customers and that it was the sample TV.
I need to look good in my CV photo, but I couldn't afford a jacket, so I just took the photo in the shop. Wake up, I've got a flyer for you.
Psychoanalyzing why some humans feel compelled to perform comedy.
You worry about being entertaining and stuff. Why do you want to entertain them?
Should we have the conversation now, Mum, about how my head's going to explode, my body's going to go one way, my neck the other, my head's going to explode in a big bomb of blood? A big bomb of blood!
It could have done that.
Sharing the lows behind the highs.
There really isn't. It's sheer love. Look at the sheer love. Psycho.
I've finished!
What's that?
You need to wipe my bum now.
Yeah. Hey?
You need to wipe my bum here.
What's that?
You need to wipe my bum?
You want one of them?
No, you need to wipe my bum.
Him?
No, you need to wipe my bum.
Oh my god.
At Surname, Unsolicited Material.
No one's watching this shit. Nobody is watching this.